It just, whether it was some type of skate and shoot practice, hockey camp, whatever it was, it was just always seemed to be on the ice when I was younger.
And I'm sure, obviously your son is still super young, but do you think about that at all with him as far as the benefit of different sports versus what he's into?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's definitely a benefit to playing other sports. I also think, like I said, I had a little bit of an advantage going back to my winter hockey clubs from playing so much hockey in the summer. So, he's still pretty young. He's 4 years old. I think with him, it's almost like he's got to learn how to skate first. He's got to see how much he likes it. I think he likes the idea of it. He likes being around the game. He likes, being at warm-ups and different things like that. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not saying my recipe was perfect for anyone else or him or whatever. It seems like a lot of guys had success from just playing hockey in the winter and then playing other sports in the summer. So I don't think there's one correct answer for it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
So Patrick, a little different look on the lines. You played with Dylan before.
Yeah.
Is it much of an adjustment going from a different center to him?
He's an elite center, right? He's an elite skater, pushes the pace up the ice, can make a lot of plays. I think we played together a little bit last year, myself, Kat, and Dylan, and we had some pretty good success. So haven't really seen much of each other this year. Maybe a little bit within games here or there, but I don't know. It shouldn't be too much of an adjustment, to be honest with you, because he makes the game easier. He's good both ways. He pushes the pace through the middle, gets to the net. Obviously makes a lot of plays, so it's a fun opportunity.
Seems like lately it's like one bad period or one bad 5-minute stretch that's really hurting you guys.
Yeah.
When that happens, it's just important to kind of just get through it and make sure nothing happens.
Yeah. No, sometimes things happen, but you can't let it, snowball into something else, right? You look at last game, obviously we had a lot of chances on the power play in the first period and we didn't capitalize, but, we're still out shooting the team maybe. We have a lot of momentum on our side, right? So you got to keep that momentum, and I think we lost a little bit off of it. And then you get down 3-0, and like I said, it kind of snowballed and compounded from there. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, it's time to play again. Let's try to get ourselves back into it. If something bad happens, you just got to forget about it. So the next line's got to go out and get the momentum back the next shift or as soon as possible.
Kane, apologies if you've been asked this already right now, but 10 games left in the regular season. How do you guys keep it just day-to-day, game-to-game, without all the outside noise and keep it in the room?
Well, you look at the position we're in, it seems like no one's really taking advantage of that second wild card spot, and that's what we're looking for. So, I think obviously it's nice to have those intentions and think about that, but at the same time, it's important to go out and make sure we're doing the job and playing the right way. And sometimes you think about the end result a little bit too much instead of the process, and you get ahead of yourself a little bit. So, yeah, it's a good point. We got to stay in the moment and worry about the one tonight.
And then the one tonight too. What are you guys kind of expecting from Boston?
Well, I'm sure they're a frustrated team right now. Always a tough team to play against, but it seems like they've had a little bit of a tough road trip here with going out west. So I'm sure they'll be frustrated and ready to go. But always a dangerous team. Always competitive games. They bring energy. They bring physicality. So sometimes it's not so much about the opponent as it is about us in here. But you got to respect the team they have.
Look to the couple of the lines today. Is that just kind of get some of those guys jump-started, Dylan and Raymond?
Well, not just Dylan and Raymond. The group as a whole. We started last game with a set of lines. By the time we got to the third, we'd pulled them apart and thought the most energy and jump and attack time we had was with lines that look similar to what we are going with today. So we're trying that.
You talked about after the last game. It seems like just a bad 5-minute stretch or bad periods are really costing you during this stretch here. Just when things are going bad, is it just a matter of trying to make sure that nothing happens for a period of time and just kind of hold the fort there a little bit?
Yeah, I think I think you know already, like I use analogies or comparisons all the time. You're on the golf course and you have a bad tee shot, doesn't mean you have to have a bad round. You go from playing birdie golf to playing par golf during that time. You clean things up, you get on the green, you try and play safe and putt it in, and you take your par instead of your birdie. And when we get into a bad drive situation, all of a sudden we are swinging away and it gets worse instead of managing it. And I hope I answered your question, but I did it through that type of explanation because I did use that with a player yesterday. And I think that's how our team goes. We have to grow through that. We have to learn to manage the game a little bit better, both when it's going really good or when it's not going well. The even keel stuff we're not too bad in, but the highs and lows get away from us a little bit, if you will.
Do you have an update on the timeline for either Soderblom or Mrazek?
Not for Mrazek. Elmer, he's still going to be day to day, but I don't see him playing in St. Louis. I don't know for sure, though. That's how close he is, but how far away he is.
And as far as the game tonight goes, what stood out to you most about the Bruins in your preparation?
Well, they're a different team now. For me personally, having come out here, I know them with all the pieces that they've had in the past. They're a different team. There's a lot of players there that are getting opportunity. They've moved up the lineup a little bit as they retool. And when players get that chance and they take advantage of it, they can be a handful because they've been sitting in the weeds and wanting more and asking for more and trying to play for more, and now it's in front of them. So they can be a real dangerous team when those type of players get hungry.
Not many home games left after tonight. Just the importance of taking advantage of the opportunity on home ice and just the points going forward.
Yeah, well, we could play on the moon and it would all, it doesn't matter where we play, it's important. Just this game is at home, it's in front of us, let's deal with it and play our best. If we play our best and whatever happens, we have to live with that, but we're not at our best yet, and there's more there.
Just what are you seeing defensively from the team over the last 10, 15 games that needs to be tightened up the way that you were playing before?
Yeah, well, one would be the moments that we talked about. When it doesn't go well, we can turn one mistake into two pretty quick instead of just playing that situation or that moment, with a little bit of poise, a little calmness, get through it, and then move on. So we have to do that better. Outnumbered opportunities for the opposition. Last game against Ottawa in particular was the number was just way too big for anybody's liking. And then in the crease, you have to get a key save every now and then. So I think those three areas, lead to more against than we'd like to have. All good? Okay.